They say it took 6 days to make the Earth. How did they know it was 6? How can you even define a day before you knew what a day was? Nobody understands that in the creation of man, time had to be broken. And nobody knows if God fixed that break, or if he wanted to see what we do with that particular problem.
I ain't coming to save you this time.
I've kept so many secrets.
You've been running,
Now getting this family back, and it starts with you and me.
I hear you calling from the bottom of the well.
Hey, Royal.
You guide yourself,
What do you know about this hole?
but God
You think it's a portal to the past and future? What was that, Roy?
There's this theory that the fabric of time and space is fluid. That's what I believe is flowing beneath the land.
But this time, I'm gonna break Royal Abbott. Old Testament style.
She tried to kill me, Cecilia, for some cosmic destiny bullshit.
I thought you deserved to see.
Wow, what a character you play. All right, so Autumn comes in. She lands on their property. She seems to be certain that that's where she has to be. And then she becomes a family member. I mean, how can that possibly prepare us for what happens without giving anything away?
Yeah, well, it's interesting. It's nice for her. You know, she's asked these questions for so long, where she's from, and she's felt this very kismet draw and felt very magnetized to the Abbott family, but no one's really believed her. So I'm sure it's a relief to have some questions answered, and also to be a part of something. It sort of shows, you know, maybe we're not such solitary beasts as we often suspect. You know, family is important.
And I gave some thought to where she was before, you know, and I just saw a documentary about a woman who traveled 2.5 years alone walking across Canada. And it seems that Autumn may have had a similar experience, which is a tremendous accomplishment for a woman. I mean, tell me about that.
Yeah, I know, it's really cool. Stories like that. I always, did you see that movie Tracks? I love that film Tracks.
No, I didn't. I'll make a note of it.
Yeah, it's great. Mia Wasikowska, the great Mia Wasikowska, is in it. She's so amazing, and she plays this woman called Robin who walked through Australia with camels. But it's so cool. But it's that sort
I
of
did
thing.
see that. Yes.
Yeah. Oh, it's one of my favorite movies. But it's completely spellbinding. You know, the sort of the power and the strength it takes to move through the world in that way, and you know, it's the self-sufficiency. It's so it's really hot. It's really cool.
Yeah, it's incredible. Now she has certain she's very blunt. Autumn's very blunt, very straightforward, just shoots from the hip all the time, but she also had this kind of metaphysical side. So how did you marry those complete opposites in a way that satisfied you?
In terms of grounding her, this season was great because Cecilia, played by Lily Taylor, our scenes together very much, for me, held a place, very realistic, calm, reassuring, familial place, which was nice in juxtaposition to kind of, as you say, the more metaphysical realm that she moves through. So it's just finding those moments of just being totally present to where you're at, and the only way to ground those moments for that character is just to be truthful, I suppose, in every capacity. But you can't play the metaphysical. You just have to sort of respond to it. So that's interesting.
Bond to it.
You know, if you believe in it, you know, which it's very much real, then that's all you can do, really.
Right. That's interesting. So she is a truth teller. You nailed it. She's, to me, there were reverberations of Greek mythology, and I can't remember the name of the woman who spoke the truth all the time.
Sandra.
But
Yeah.
yes, that's right.
Sandra,
So
yeah.
tell me, did you draw that in?
Yes, I mean, there's so much there. It's such a rich piece in that sense. And especially, obviously, the sort of mission that Autumn is on in season 2, whether or not it's authentic. But in terms of sort of religion, she's very drawn to figures, and in a very sinister way, slightly affiliates herself with Christ. So kind of, it's just like, okay, girl, you really picked that one. So she's definitely attracted to these the messiahs, and I
Great
think
series.
but yeah, in terms of that sense of not being believed, I think it's just very torturous for anybody. And then but I'm sure she's got an element to her which she will have found it she would have relished the fact
Yes.
that, right, yeah.
Yeah. I totally get that. Now, you have a native British accent, and you're dealing with this woman with a very flat accent. Did that require any, I mean, I know you're an actor, but did it require any sort of mental change, adjustment?
Yeah, I think so. And I worked with this great dialect coach this season, and she, Liz, she's amazing, and she's all about sort of blending the character and the accent so that you're never sort of locked in. You kind of forget about it once you're doing it. But I love accents. I love body work. I love anything that can sort of get you away from yourself. I feel like I don't know what I'm doing, so it's kind of nice to have somewhere to ground that energy.
Yes. Well, I guess it's quite, you say you don't know what you're doing, unconscious stuff as an actor that right? That you've learned. Maybe that's how it comes out.
Yeah. It's kind of interesting. A lot of actors these days do dream work as well, which is really it's really special in terms of this show, where you basically fold in some things from your own unconscious into the character's arc, and it sometimes just adds something other.
Oh,
which
richness.
cool. Yeah, and especially the dream state nature of some of the scenes is kind of it's helpful with that stuff too.
Yes, please tell me we're getting season 3.
Well, I hope so. I mean, I love these people so much. Like, we're all so close at this point. It would be a real shame not to, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah. And it's left wide open. Thank you so much, Imogen, and congratulations.
Thank you so much. Take care. Thank you.
He ain't coming. No. You can try to get him on the line. He ain't answering.
It took 6 days to make the Earth. Would it define us? Or would it make us the ultimate joke?
I wish you could see what I see.
Time reveals all.